Hey there, and welcome back. I'm really happy you're here with me today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted to practice speaking English, but had no one to speak with? Maybe you're learning at home, or maybe your friends don't speak English, or maybe you just feel shy. You want to speak, but there's no partner, no class, no teacher, no conversation. So, what can you do? That's what we're going to talk about today. How can you practice speaking English when there's no one to speak with? Is it even possible? Yes, it is. And today I'll show you how. Let's take it slow. I'll speak clearly and simply. You can listen and relax. Maybe you're on a walk, or cleaning the house, or sitting with a cup of tea. Wherever you are, just follow along, all right? Let's begin. When I first started learning Spanish, I had the same problem. I lived in a small town. There were no Spanish speakers near me, no Spanish teacher, no Spanish class, and no one to talk to. But I really wanted to speak. I didn't want to just read books or take grammar tests. I wanted to talk, like real people do. So what did I do? Well, I started talking to myself. Yes, I know that sounds funny, but it's true. I spoke to myself in Spanish, out loud, every day. Sometimes I'd talk while I was cooking. Okay, I'm cutting the onion. Now I'm putting it in the pan. Sometimes I'd describe what I was doing. I'm walking to the store. I'm buying milk. It's cold today. And sometimes I just made up conversations. Hello. How are you? I'm good, thank you. And you? Not bad. What did you do today? I went to the park with my dog. Was it strange? Maybe. But you know what? It worked. Little by little, I got faster. I got more confident. My brain started thinking in Spanish. Even though no one answered me, I was practicing. You can do the same, and I'll tell you how. So let's break it down. Tip number 1. Talk to yourself. Yes, really, just like I did. Pick a time in your day when you're alone, maybe in the morning when you get dressed, or in the evening before bed. Talk out loud. Use simple sentences. Describe what you're doing. Even 1 minute is okay. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need to speak fast. Just speak. For example, say, I'm brushing my teeth now. After this, I'll eat breakfast. I want toast and eggs. Then I'll go to work. Easy, right? It may feel silly at first, but keep going. Your brain needs practice. Even talking to yourself gives your brain that practice. And don't worry, no one's listening. Now, tip number 2. Shadowing. Have you heard of shadowing? It's a way to practice speaking by copying what you hear, like an echo. You listen to a sentence in English, and then repeat it right away. Try to copy the sound, the rhythm, the speed. It's like being a shadow. That's why it's called shadowing. You don't need a partner. You just need a recording. You can use a podcast, a YouTube video, or even a movie. Let me show you. Imagine you hear, I'm going to the store later. Then you say, I'm going to the store later. Try to sound the same. Not just the words, but the music of the sentence, the feeling, the pauses. Do this many times. At first, your brain will feel tired. That's normal. But over time, your mouth and ears will work together. You'll sound more natural, more fluent. It's great for pronunciation. And it helps you think faster in English. And guess what? You can do this anytime. On the bus, at home, in the shower. Just listen and repeat. Okay, now let's talk about tip number 3. Record yourself. This one is powerful. You don't need a teacher to correct you. You can become your own teacher. Just take your phone, open the voice recorder, and talk. Talk for 1 minute. Talk about your day. Talk about your plans. Or talk about a photo you like. Then listen to yourself. Yes, I know. Many people don't like hearing their own voice. It feels strange, but it's helpful. When you listen, you can notice. Do I sound clear? Did I stop too many times? Did I use the right words? You don't need to be perfect. Just be curious and do it again. Try the same topic a second time. You'll probably sound better. This helps you become more confident. You start to hear your own mistakes and fix them. That's real progress. So let's review quickly. You can practice speaking English, even alone. How? Talk to yourself. Shadow native speakers. Record your voice. These 3 habits can help a lot. But maybe you're thinking, I get it, but what do I say? What should I talk about? That's a great question. Sometimes we sit down and say, okay, I'll speak English now. And then silence. Nothing comes out. That's why we need a plan. A small plan. A simple idea to talk about. In the second half of this episode, I'll give you exactly that. We'll look at practical speaking activities you can do alone. You won't need a teacher or a partner, just a bit of time and a curious mind. We'll talk about how to create speaking routines, easy ones. I'll also share how to use photos, stories, and daily life as speaking practice. It's fun, it's simple, and it works. So stay with me. We're just getting started. All right, let's keep going. So earlier, we talked about 3 things you can do to practice speaking when you're alone. Talk to yourself. Shadow a recording. Record your voice. But now you might ask, what should I say? Let me help with that. You don't need a long script. You don't need special topics. In fact, the best topics are often about your own life. Let's look at some ideas. First idea. Talk about your day. This one is simple, but very useful. Every evening, take just 2 minutes. Pretend someone asked you, "Hey, what did you do today?" Then answer out loud, in English. For example, well, today I woke up at 7. I made coffee and had some bread with peanut butter. Then I worked for a few hours. At lunch, I went outside and ate noodles. After that, I had a meeting. It was a little boring. You get the idea. Use the past tense. I went, I ate, I did. Don't worry about big grammar rules. Just speak clearly. If you don't know a word, skip it. Or use a different one. You can also talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll go to the market. I need to buy fruit. I think I'll also do laundry. In the evening, maybe I'll watch a movie. This gives you speaking practice and helps you review grammar and vocabulary naturally. No pressure, just 2 minutes a day. Second idea. Use pictures. Yes, pictures. Take any photo. It can be from your phone, or from a magazine, or just search online. Then describe the picture out loud. What do you see? For example, look at a photo of a busy street. Now say, there are many people on the street. I see a woman with a red coat. She's holding a cup of coffee. Behind her, there's a tall building. I think it's a hotel. Keep going. Describe the colors, the weather, the people, the clothes. You can even imagine a story. Maybe the woman is late for work. Maybe she's going to a meeting. This builds your vocabulary, and it trains your brain to speak about anything. Third idea. Use your memories. Think about your past, a happy memory, a holiday, a birthday, a funny moment. Now tell the story out loud. You don't need to tell it perfectly. Just start with something like, I remember one day when I was in high school, or last year I went to the beach with my friends. Then tell what happened. What did you do? What did you eat? Who was there? Even a small story helps you practice structure, past tense, and speaking clearly. And because it's your story, it's easier to remember the words. Fourth idea. Ask and answer questions. This one is fun. You play both roles, like a little interview. For example, what's your favorite food? I think I like pasta. It's easy to make, and I love the taste. Do you cook it often? Yes, maybe once or twice a week. Sometimes with tomato sauce, sometimes with cheese. You can write down 5 questions. Then answer them. Or just make them up as you go. Even better, record it. Later, listen and see how you sound. You'll notice your answers become longer, smoother, and more natural with practice. Fifth idea, react to the world. You don't need a script to speak. You just need something to respond to. Watch a short video. Read a short article. Look at a meme. Then talk. Wow, that was funny. I didn't know that. I agree with that. I think that's not true. Speak your thoughts out loud. React. Give your opinion. Try to explain why. Even 1 or 2 sentences helps you train your speaking muscle. And the best part? You're using real things, real topics, real emotions. It feels natural, and it is. Now let's talk about routine. Speaking alone is a habit. You don't need to practice for hours. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't need to clean every tooth perfectly. Just do it every day. Same with speaking. Here's a simple weekly plan you can try. Monday, talk about your weekend. Tuesday, describe a picture. Wednesday, tell a memory. Thursday, do shadowing. Friday, record yourself answering 3 questions. Saturday, react to a video or short article. Sunday, rest or review your recordings. Change it if you like. Make it yours. The key is, do it regularly. Finally, remember this. You don't need a perfect sentence to speak. You don't need a partner to practice. You don't need a classroom to grow. What you need is courage and consistency. Speaking alone can feel strange at first, but soon it becomes normal, even fun. You'll start to hear the words in your head before you speak. You'll notice when something sounds natural or not. You'll feel more confident when you finally do speak to someone. This is how we build fluency. Little by little, day by day. Speaking is not just about your mouth. It's also about your brain. So keep practicing. Talk to yourself. Talk to your phone. Talk to the air. And smile. Because every word you say brings you closer to the speaker you want to be. I believe in you. Thanks for listening today. See you again soon.